Speaker. My question is for the Premier. Premier, I'd have to admit it was a bit rich to hear your GO Transit re-announcement yesterday. You seem to have forgotten your government's long list of broken promises on infrastructure projects in Waterloo Region. So let's review. In 2007, you promised you'd build Highway 7. Then you didn't. In 2010, you promised you'd build Highway 7. Then you didn't.
You did.
In 2012, you'd promised you'd build Highway 7.
I bet you did.
But you still haven't.
I bet you did.
And let's not forget, in 2010, you promised 4 eastbound and westbound GO trains between Kitchener and Toronto. But you cut that in half.
Order.
Premier, with such a long list of broken promises on infrastructure projects in Waterloo Region, why should anyone in my community believe a word you now say?
That's a very good question.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Well,
Be seated, please. Be seated, please. Thank you.
much, Mr. Speaker. Well, it was my pleasure to be in Kitchener-Waterloo yesterday and to talk to the Cambridge and Kitchener-Waterloo Chambers of Commerce, Mr. Speaker, and to be able to talk about the investment that we are going to make in full-day two-way GO service, Mr. Speaker. And you know, it was interesting because there were business leaders and local politicians in the room, and they are all very pleased that we are bringing this forward in our budget, Mr. Speaker. They are very, very happy that this is what's happening. And I know that the member opposite knows, he might just have forgotten, but I think he knows that there is property being purchased along the corridor to deal with the Highway 7 expansion. I'm sure he just forgot that, but he knows that we're delivering on that commitment as well. So we brought the train to Kitchener-Waterloo, Mr. Speaker. We're going to be bringing full-day two-way GO service, Mr. Speaker. We're going to be building the expansion of Highway 7. So all of those promises have been made and they're being implemented, Mr. Speaker.
Back to the Premier. Premier, let's review your GO Transit re-announcement from yesterday. You gave no price tag, you gave no specifics,
Right.
and you gave no time frame.
Sounds like an election.
Yet you still want residents in Waterloo Region to believe you. Premier, you are the reason Kitchener doesn't already have full two-way GO service.
Oh, it's true.
No, listen.
It's true.
In 2010, you were the transportation minister. You canceled the project. Now, nearly 4 years later, you claim you want to undo your broken promise, but only after allowing another 2 years to pass. Premier, do you really think it's fair to coerce the residents of Waterloo Region into voting for you by promising the same GO Transit commitment that you canceled nearly 4 years ago?
Wow.
Question. Thank you. Be seated, please. Be seated, please. Thank you. Premier.
Well, I remember very clearly being with the Minister of Government Services when we announced the GO train service to Kitchener-Waterloo, Mr. Speaker. I remember very clearly the enthusiasm for that, and I know, Mr. Speaker, that, as I said, the business community and the elected officials yesterday are very pleased that by the end of 2016, Metrolinx expects to add 4 additional trains, 2 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon, to serve the Kitchener station, and that is a concrete move forward to implementing full-day two-way GO. Mr. Speaker, since 2003, this government has invested $19.3 billion in public transit, $9.1 billion in GO Transit, Mr. Speaker. Under the previous Conservative government, between 1999 and 2003, there was virtually no money invested in GO Transit, Mr. Speaker. There was no expansion of service, Mr. Speaker. So the fact is, we are listening to the concerns of people in this province. We know that integrated transportation systems are what are needed, and we are delivering those, and we will continue to do that, Mr. Speaker.
New question. The member from